At a Paris synagogue, a farewell ceremony. Hundreds gathered to say goodbye to some of the growing number of French Jews who are pulling up stakes and moving to Israel. According to the Jewish Agency for Israel, 2,600 French Jews have immigrated so far this year, and the agency expects the number to top 5,000 by the end of the year. If so, it will represent 1% of the French Jewish community who are leaving in a single year. Siglet Adelan and her family are among them. They'll abandon their homeland July 16th, leaving just after one last Bastille Day celebration. Like many who are leaving, they want to change from the depressing economy and the apparent growing anti-Semitism in France. Since her son was attacked 4 years ago, she fears for the safety of her children. Dramatic anti-Semitic attacks like the recent deadly shootings at a Jewish museum in Belgium allegedly committed by a French citizen make Jews here nervous, but they point as well to the less newsworthy insults and aggressions they say they face every day. At the departure ceremony, the chairman of the Jewish Agency, Nathan Sharansky, was presented a long list of French immigrants to Israel. For Sharansky, once an immigrant to Israel himself, the surge in migration may also be a response to what he believes is the duplicity in the way Israel is treated in European public opinion.
Double standard towards Israel, demonization of Israel, delegitimization of Israel, that Jews have to choose whether to be loyal to the mood in Europe or whether to be loyal to Israel.
Not everyone who's leaving has such clear motives. For 22-year-old Edward Harari, who faces military duty after he arrives, it's a chance to get back to his Jewish roots. But he adds that while the rest of his family is staying behind, they're keenly aware of the growing anti-Jewish sentiment in France.
It's always been a question in my household or in the community of leaving because it's not possible anymore, and why stay? When it's always a question of should we leave, then maybe something is wrong.
In French, there are two ways of saying goodbye: au revoir, which means roughly until we meet again, and adieu, which is more final, more permanent. Some of those who are packing their bags may not yet have decided which of the goodbyes they'll be saying. Some, like Harari, say they may come back one day, but the fact that so many are immigrating just now says much about the country they're leaving behind. Jim Bitterman, CNN, Paris.